Major League Table Tennis prime time here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Saturday night showcase here at the Sports and Events Center as the Portland Paddlers and the Princeton Revolution take the center stage on Table 1 on this Saturday evening on really a very pleasant day outside of the greater Charlotte area here in the Carolinas. So far this weekend, it has been the East Coast dominating. Princeton currently sitting at the bottom of the East Division, but an opportunity to ascend past Chicago with a good night. It's been a tough weekend for the Paddlers so far. They'll look to change that track and get back into third place. Who knows? Maybe they could catch the Bay Area Blasters, depending on what happens in the Bay Area's match against Florida over on Table 2. It's so great to be back with you. I'm Evan Lepler with the Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill. And Sean, there have been 10 team matches so far, and it's been ugly for the West. 210 total points available. It's 152 to 58. It's lopsided. What can the West do?
Well, the West right now with Portland going up against the Revolution, they've got to get their game on. So far last night they had a trouncing at the hands of the Carolina Gold Rush. They've got to get the first games, then just tack on top of them, get their matches going. Got to play a lot smarter.
Well, it's been tough without Cole in the lineup, but they do have some talented players as well, and who knows, maybe this evening can turn everything around. It is only the halfway point of the weekend for these two teams, so the Paddlers with only 9 of 42 possible points so far. There's an opportunity to flip the script and change the narrative, but going to be tough. Jinxin Wang versus Jiwei Xia in the opening singles match. And then Alex Chen and Tyrese Knight will tangle for the first time. I'm personally very excited for Preshepa and McDonald in that fourth singles match. That's probably the match that I'm most looking forward to of this quintet. What about you?
I just think the lineup for both teams is so close. I wouldn't want to have to pick any individual winner.
Well, I'm going to ask you to pick all the winners.
Okay,
so
well,
brace yourself.
The one thing I do like is the new pool players coming on, at least with Nishant Labaka. Played very well early on. Great style, likes to smash the ball. Ortiz, his opponent, is going to leave the table, so there should be some very great rallies. Of course, the mixed doubles will be very exciting to see as well.
Mentioned Portland missing Cole, but Princeton without their defensive-minded chopper, Matthew DeSantillan, this weekend too. But we begin with Jinxin versus Jiwei. And these two guys both reside on the West Coast of the United States right now, but Jinxin drafted in the first round by the Princeton Revolution. These pair of first-round draft picks getting ready to battle on the table. And this is an intriguing match. How would you compare the styles of these two guys? How similar? In what ways are they similar and what ways are they different?
Well, both of them have great control. They can attack from both sides, forehand and backhands. Jinxin Wang, little faster hands, little bit riskier attacks, especially on his forehand side. He likes to take the forehand down the line. Jiwei Xia, very clean, heavy topspin on the forehand, will work to get his forehand into play, but he has a secret weapon with his backhand loop, and I keep getting on his case. We're from the same home club, and I just keep telling him, Jiwei, you've got to use your backhand loop. It is so strong, but he goes, I've got more confidence in the forehand. So maybe in this particular game, we'll see that backhand loop come out.
Princeton Revolution, they've played well so far here in Rock Hill. They beat Texas 13-8, and we're down going into the Golden Game, but they came from behind to win it. And then that was yesterday. This morning, Princeton beat Seattle 14-7. So that's 27 of a possible 42 points. This was earlier in the weekend. Jinxin Wang battling against Seattle's Jay Hagberg. And now he'll take the table. There's a lot of pressure, I feel like, on Jiwei, taking that kind of top spot without Cole.
There really is, and I think he felt it. He was the only game winner against the Gold Rush. Got out of hand, a number of sweeps. He kept his best of 3 from being swept, but then in the Golden Game, it was all Carolina.
Here we go.
Net.
It's a let.
0-0.
experiences that backhand that you're talking about, smacking it down the line for the opening point. 2-0 lead for Xia.
Xia loves to play with a lead. Very strong. And his serve return we've seen in the West Coast matches. And look at that. But the blocking skill of Jinxin Wang, he just finds a way of getting his racket on the ball, often returning it with the same amount of pace that he receives it at.
That's nice. So each player wins the 2 points on the other's serve to get started in this first singles showdown.
You see that over the table forehand flip. Jinxin Wang.
3 straight for Jinxin.
He has such great hands. His counterattack ability, probably the strongest of anyone in the league.
That's high praise.
I know, I've been surprised because often coming out of the coaching dimension to going back as a player, of course his blocks are solid, but when he goes for the counterattack, it's just amazing that he can sustain it 2 and 3 shots.
Who else is in the conversation for best counterattackers in the league?
I would say that Enzo very strong, and of course Cole. And Jiwei able to deliver a counterattack of his own.
I don't know if you noticed the energy from the Portland bench after that rally. Xia brings the energy, his teammates responding. Frustration after the miss there. He had the winner on his paddle, but sailed it wide. And this is a team that's had a tough couple of matches, but as we said, there's plenty of time to turn it around, and it's not like the other West Division teams have been lighting the table tennis world on fire. So their gap in the West Division from
it's still
4th place to the playoff position is not out of reach by any means.
It's still very tight, so.
A season ahead too, but sure there's a longer gap between events.
I think
West Division won't meet again until late January.
Right. I think, Evan, one of the things that the players are now realizing, every single game counts. You can't just be thinking, well, let's do well in the golden game or we want to win the overall match. It's these individual matches and games that can help keep you right in the running regardless of the outcome.
Portland not just missing Cole, but also their head coach, Christian Lillyrose.
And Rachel Sung.
Rachel Sung too.
Which changes the dynamic often in the doubles, but they have her sister, Joanna Sung.
They couldn't clone Rachel directly, but they wanted to get the most specific DNA replicate that they could, and they found her twin sister, which is
the right-hander.
Yes. Swing and a miss.
And Jiwei really feeling that he needs to go full offensive drive to get the ball through Jinxin Wang.
Some good hit in both ways.
And Jinxin tapped the edge of his racket as that ball went by him, signifying that he thought that was a little bit of a lucky bounce. Jiwei giving him the hand, letting him know that he too thought might have caught the edge of his paddle. Jiwei needs both of these points on his serve. Oh, great down the line loop by Jiwei Xia. Super placement. Nice misdirection.
Did that catch? Yes, it did. Off the net, off the edge, and Wang, instead of seeing himself tied, takes a 2-point lead.
First knockdown of this match.
Wow.
Nice drop shot. We
9,
saw Jiwei do that
8.
so effectively against Tao Wenjung in their meeting on the West Coast. Really sets up the first attack by Jiwei. Anytime he can neutralize the opponent's serve with a drop shot.
Jiwei Xia is going to look back at the film of this first game and see a lot of missed opportunities like that one.
I think if after he makes that first loop, just step in a little bit so that shorter ball that gets returned isn't so far out in front of you.
Game points for Jinxin Wang.
He's making the right decisions, just needs to get closer to the table.
Net. 8, 10.
How aggressive do you want Xia to be here on the serve?
He needs to keep it short and low. And he dodged a bullet there.
10.
Jinxin Wang wanted to go for the winner. Just lifted through the ball instead of driving past it.
Jinxin Wang able to take game one.
11,
He was solid. And Jinxin Wang earns the opening point for the Revolution.
So you can just feel Jiwei Xia needs to go for that offense. He's not going to be satisfied keeping the ball in play. Any opportunity that presents itself, he's playing big shots, got to get him to land.
In tennis, I feel like players, if the shots aren't there, can embrace the mindset, just get the ball in, force the opponent to beat you. In table tennis, perhaps that's not as strong of a strategy.
Well, keeping the ball on the table at somebody who's at a lower level, that can often be enough, but not at this level here where everyone has such firepower that a weak, or what we say a loose ball, is going to get pulverized. They're going to just jump on it, and they're looking for that ball. So really the closest thing would be to put the ball on the table with quality spin to a good location where you're not taking a high risk to score a winner, but you're extending the rally but not giving any advantage back to the other player.
So 1-0 lead for Revo.
Game
As Wang and Xia retake the table.
0.
Jiwei, 34 years old, originally from China, now lives in Portland. Played in China, played in Japan. Jinxin Wang turned 32 last week.
Recently, yep, had his birthday. And look at that, Jiwei out of the blocks again, going for the forehand.
Fair to say, Sean, that when you saw that these two were paired, you thought it would be 2-1, one way or the other. You didn't think it'd be a 3-0 sweep?
Well, with Jinxin Wang, he likes to play very safe, and he doesn't normally pull out the offense until he needs to. And look at that, that's what I was talking about. I mean, blocks 3 or 4 balls, and boom, here comes the big forehand, just out of nowhere. And I kind of felt that, you know, Jiwei was going to have his hands full just because he's playing a safer first loop, and that's why he's upping his game. He's trying to finish the ball and not get into these quick hand-to-hand combats.
If you don't finish quickly against Jinxin Wang, he will finish it for you.
Right, and his ability to just move the ball around. And his height, big advantage on the short balls. I like in the backhand-to-backhand exchanges that Jiwei Xia will have a slight advantage. It just seems that Jinxin Wang's forehand finds its target a little bit more. Jiwei plays a lot safer on the forehand with a heavy spin.
3-3.
Very strong over the table.
3.
Chen and Knight in the on-deck circle.
Look at that backhand.
3,
Jiwei
5.
Xia made a nice push deep into the corner. Jinxin Wang just opened up a lot of wrist, a lot of forearm.
3,
And again, just pressing too hard.
I mean, it's understandable if you're Jiwei
Time
Xia,
out.
the Portland
Pepper.
Paddlers. First of all, your head coach isn't here. Your top player, number 2 player in the league, Cole's not here.
Top female.
Top female player's not here. And it can snowball on you. The emotions of, you know, losing when you know that there's another match to play almost immediately, that's a hard dynamic. And they really need to recognize that there's a lot of table tennis left, not only this weekend, but this season. And it's about salvaging the best point total you can this weekend while acknowledging that there will be better moments down the road. And Jiwei is far from out of this match. I mean, we've seen Jiwei have some great wins this season.
Yeah, I mean, losing 11-9 the first game, getting at 10-9, 1 point away from a golden point.
Time.
But Jinxin Wang, very safe, especially when he has a lead. He doesn't take a lot of risks, but his counterattacks have just been outstanding.
Out of the timeout, Xia serving, trailing by 3. Drop game 1, 11-9. Good
6,
point.
4.
I think Jiwei just needs to keep grinding. Just put as much pressure on Jinxin so he doesn't get a chance to have a free loop and expect long rallies.
7, 4.
Jiwei
4,
attempting the backhand. I think
8.
it's the right shot for him, especially because he's playing it out to the forehand. Just needs a little bit more confidence in it.
Four lead now for
9.
Jinxin Wang, closing in on a 2-point lead to start this match.
9, 5.
Is that the beginning of the turnaround or just a small, insignificant speed bump on the way to victory?
Oh, lucky break
9,
there for
6.
Portland. These are the points that if you can sneak one here, you get 2 serves to even it up. Just going for way too much.
You understand the temptation. You were a guy that went for it.
Yeah, no, I definitely, especially when you feel like you only get one chance to have a ball that you can drive. It's so easy to overplay the ball. And thank you for bringing up my weaknesses, Evan.
Game 2.
Great to be back alongside the
11.
5-time U.S. champion Sean O'Neill as Jinxin Wang takes a 2-0 lead. So you go for too much, Sean, and you miss it. What do you say to yourself?
You just feel a little shell-shocked because you're like, next opportunity that presents itself, you don't want to overplay it again, but you, at the same time, you don't want to go at like 50% thinking like, well, I got to put it on the table. You have to forget the past, take the full swing, and realize that that's your bread and butter. That's how you're going to win your points and have confidence in yourself. You see Jinxin Wang just striking through, and look at the person who's on the bench with the team owners. Matt Hetherington found a new seat, gets replaced, and
I wonder if that ticket was comped or if he shelled out big bucks. That wouldn't be like Matt to do the latter.
Did they give him a Revolution shirt on top of it? Was that the deal, or is he wearing MLTT stuff?
He's got the merchandise connections,
Revolution
obviously.
serve. 0-0.
And I thought only I was cheering for the hometown. So that's your answer there, Evan. You got to go for the shot. No reason not to leave it all on the table. Jiwei wants to play big.
Taking a big swing at that serve return.
And just think the first ball came back so quickly. It's going to take probably 2 shots to get through the defense of Jinxin Wang.
No, he won the first 2 points on Wang's serve in game 1. It did not lead to victory. But now he's got a 3-0 lead.
Great placement on that one, right into that transition point between the forehand and backhand. Call it the forehand pocket or the elbow. Just jammed him right into the body.
This table's gotten a lot of use the last couple days. It's like a warm-up rally for a bit.
4.
And in that backhand-to-backhand exchange, as long as Jiwei doesn't go for way too much or force it down the line, I think he can win the battle of the backhands. But Jinxin Wang shows that he can hit that elbow area just as easily.
Five
out of the first 6 in game 3 for Jiwei Xia after he dropped the first 2 games.
Look for Jinxin Wang to start going on the offense earlier into the point.
Who's the favorite in Chen versus Knight coming up?
Gosh, that's going to be so tough. I don't know if Alexander Chen has played a modern defender like Tyrese Knight, who likes to leave the table and chop and put the heavy spin on the ball, but then at a moment's notice can turn the offense on. I would say Chen probably has the slight advantage just because it's so difficult to chop his ball. He has a lot of topspin. And now Jiwei creating that separation, now up 7-1.
Wow. Jinxin Wang had seen enough.
That opening needs to have a little bit more depth or some misdirection, because Jinxin Wang said not going to have anything to do with that. That's a much better play by Jiwei down the line. Not let a ball sit up on the forehand. Nice misdirection there by Jinxin Wang, taking some pace off the ball. Nice backhand forehand combination there. And we mention this often, Jiwei needs to be careful, even with a sizable lead.
Yeah, Princeton has been the comeback crew at times. Remarkable Golden Game comeback they had in their match yesterday against Texas. That was unreal.
To be up 2016. Jinxin Wang had to save them.
He had the ultimate golden point.
And he delivered.
beat Kasahara for the ultimate golden point last night. But Jinxin Wang takes just 2 points against Jiwei Xia, as Jiwei able to salvage game 3 with an 11-6 win. Impressive stuff from Xia there to battle back and earn a point for his struggling team.
Definitely a big boost to take game 3 and make the differential just 1, as we're going to have a very exciting match with a looper chopper modern defender combination. But I'm guessing we're going to get a chance to speak with Jinxin.
Exchanging his pleasantries with his team, with his coach Matthias Habasson. The Revolution owners have to extend their support as well, understandably so. And let's have a chat with Jinxin Wang a week after his 32nd birthday. Jinxin, congratulations on earning 2 points for your team.
Thank you.
Before diving into this match, what has this weekend been like for you and your team so far, getting the opportunity to play against new teams in a different setting like this with the 2 tables side by side?
I think our team is just preparing good, and doesn't matter the different people or same people. Yeah, we'll work hard and work together.
Looking back to yesterday's, how much pressure did you feel playing in the golden point of the golden game?
I feel like kind of walking to the table when it started 2020.
This match against Jiwei, what was your mission coming into it, and how did you feel the match went overall?
I think I did not very good this morning, but after taking a nap, I feel more relaxed and doing better. So evening, I think I'm ready. Yeah, 100%.
How's your young son doing, Jinxin?
Max is getting bigger. Yeah, but he's good now with my wife, Winting.
How's his backhand?
How's backhand?
Yeah.
Still practice.
Good, very good. Look forward to seeing it soon.
He's still like shadowing.
Jinxin Wang,
forehand, backhand.
good start. We will see you in a bit for the golden game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2 points for Princeton, 1 for Portland, as we continue with our second singles match. 3 games to 11 here between Alex Chen and Tyrese Knight. Tyrese 24, will be 25 in February. Alex Chen is 30, will be 31 in May. And certainly a contrast of styles between these two. It's going to be interesting to see which one can impose his style on the other.
It really will be. If Tyrese can keep his defense or his underspin chops really low, that'll set up his attack. If his balls begin to float up or pop up, look for Alex Chen just to have a field day, because he takes monster swings, doesn't hold back. I only had a chance to see him in Daytona Beach. I don't know if you saw him in any other Eastern regional matches.
Yeah, he hasn't played since Daytona Beach.
Yeah. So he's ready.
This weekend. When the 2 players are warming up before a match, I mean, usually it's just getting loose on the table.
0.
But when they're different styles of play, I mean, is Tyrese trying to hide anything by not playing a shot in a warm-up that he may play in a game?
Generally, because the difference is on his racket, with the one side being either short or long pips as a defender, he will not use that in the warm-up. He'll keep that in his back pocket. Now you can see here comes the big loops by Alex Chen.
I mean, really the question is, would you ever play mind games or try to play mind games during a warm-up?
Possibly, but the mind game would be just not to miss.
Yeah.
Just so the person thinks this guy's really revved and ready to go. You wouldn't want to like hit balls away or not show the normal etiquette of giving both sides a chance to warm up a loop or a forehand, backhand. Alex Chen wants to play a big first shot because Tyrese, as a defender, needs some space to get back to defend against those forehand and backhand rips. He does have a very solid forehand attack. If he can deliver those, he knows he's got a mission for paddlers, he's got to get some W's. Lucky break there. Net serve.
Continue to like the energy. It's coming from the paddlers' bench.
And you can see
whether they win the point or don't win the point.
Yeah, and it started with Jiwei, even though he lost the first 2 games, just kept moving forward. And that's what Tyrese needs to do.
When things aren't going well, that positive energy, it can be so critical in terms of maintaining confidence and belief.
What's the opposite? Getting down on yourself and not fighting.
And we've seen teams do that at times.
It's been tough. I mean, it can be very disappointing when your best shots come back faster than you send them over. Nowhere to hide when you're out on the table.
2, 6.
So there's a mesmerizing rally going on across the way. Sonora Silva just won to set up a golden point against Benjamin Brossier in the Bay Area, Florida matchup. Knight going for it too far, and Chen has the 7-2 lead here in game 1 on table 1.
Look at that backhand down the line.
2.
Channeling Jinxin Wang. What a block. Tyrese with a tremendous forehand loop. Alex Chen. And then a serve that just jumps.
2. Let's play.
Do you know what this conversation's about?
Looks like Ed Hogshead had come over to
Let's
the
play.
umpires
Let's
also.
play.
It looks like
9-2.
umpire is trying to get control over the game.
Acting coach of the paddlers, Edan Levy, is confused by what's going on as well, it appears.
2-10.
There, Tyrese showing that he's got just as much power, but he plays his best generally from the backcourt.
10-4.
2 straight points for Knight after trailing 10-2. Too good from Alex Chen to close out game 1.
And that is just a sledgehammer of a forehand. Alex Chen, just see the arm swing. Watch it in slow motion. It'll probably feel like normal speed as he plays this forehand. Just rips through the ball.
Look out.
Pretty impressive for Tyrese just to put his paddle on the ball.
Thinking the exact same thing.
And this was a very good matchup for the Revolution.
Now, one coach is talking to his player. The other coach is chatting with the official.
So in this situation, Evan, with Knight having other team members he can talk tactics with, sometimes having your coach, which is a lot easier to go ask a question of the umpire or to make a statement. It appears that now Matthias is going over to ask exactly what's going on, but we have Ed Hogshead, the league referee, making sure that the umpires are on the same page.
Do you have any sense of what this is about?
It looked like possibly Edan Levy, the owner of the team, thought that the toss might have been hidden a little bit.
Chen service toss.
Right, and asking the umpire, are you going to call it? And the umpire is saying, I've got things under control, but I'm just guessing. I couldn't see from the angle where we're sitting if that was the issue.
I need to warn both of you to your services. So your service, number 1, protect the full
So now
ball
they're
vertically.
giving a warning to both
Let the ball
players.
being seen by the opponents at all times, not blocking with your shoulder, arms, or your body.
And just
We need to do
going
that,
over the
both of you.
rules and making it very clear that they will be watching for both plays. And I think that's what Edan was saying.
Time.
Like, why does Tyrese have to serve it where it's fully visible? but he felt Alex
Game
Chen
2.
wasn't
let,
doing the same.
Game, let.
Got to let the
Game
umpire
2,
call the score.
Revolution to serve. 0-0.
There is no score, but I get your point. Good stuff from Alex Chen.
Just a bullet. I mean, again, no hesitation.
My goodness.
0-2.
I mean, he describes his playing style as fast and furious, and that is on display here in Rock Hill. That caught the edge.
1-2.
With a half-hearted apology, but he'll take the point.
It just appears that we're like in a home run derby right now with both players just teeing off.
2-2.
We're not seeing a whole lot of chopping from
Now Tyrese knows he needs to be up at the table because look at that.
Did he just use his hand?
He stopped it with the left hand. Might want to use the one with the paddle in it.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Watch the facial expression of Idan Levy here. Oh, we missed it. He had a little,
and then a nice drop shot. That's one way to stop your opponent.
if you missed it, Levy gave a little grimace and nod as if to say, yeah, that's too good.
There's one speed with Alex Chen right now, and I think it's either hyper speed or ludicrous because, I mean, he's just taking full swings without any fear of missing the ball. And wow, just full table control by Alex Chen. And even off the deep serve, just punching the ball. Tyrese really can't get upset at himself because he's just dealing with a barrage of crazy. Oh, now that one maybe you could get upset. He had the chance to make a quality loop there. But so far, it's really just been Alex Chen hitting winners.
8-4. It was side. 8-4. 8-4.
So Alex said he felt it hit the edge. It looked like it went slightly up. But the way he's playing, his team members are not going to interrupt his flow.
Let. 8-4.
Another let. Did he say fault? Tyrese is saying it's his point. Yeah, but not a let, it was a fault.
8-5. Fault. Assistant umpire has said it's a fault.
There's a strange dynamic here.
Assistant umpire is able to call from that angle whether they felt the ball was struck behind the body. And now this might give Tyrese that small opening, getting a free point off of the service fault call.
Timeout here. It's a good timeout from Matthias Habasson.
Get his player's head clear and on straight.
What are you seeing on these serves? Do you think the fault calls are they ticky-tack or are they legit?
We saw this in Daytona Beach, remember, with the number of serves on both sides. All players tend to toss the ball right at the margin, and the umpire did take the time to say that I'm watching both of you. Don't go up against the margin. So I would say right now, since the players have been warned, they need to make it so. Is that behind the body, behind the head? And clearly it is. So where Tyrese is standing, he's supposed to see the ball at all times. There should be nothing hiding the ball. Shoulder, body, head. And so on that particular fault call, you almost want to credit team owner and acting coach Idan Levy for making a point to the umpire to say, watch the serves. They seem to be a little bit suspect.
Well, it was 8-3. There was the point
Time.
where Chen thought he caught the edge and he didn't get it.
8.
And there was the fault, and all of a sudden here we are, 8-6 and a timeout.
And look
Now
at
it's
that.
8-7.
And that's a
8.
fist pump message that was just sent across the net.
This has become very quickly one of the spicier singles matches we've
Absolutely.
seen. 8-all.
8. 8.
And a huge surge by the Portland Paddlers, getting right back into this match. And Alex Chen has to be careful. He has to be aware that his serve is going to have an extra set of eyes.
Tyrese Knight, after trailing by 5,
9.
has run off 6 in a row to take his first lead here in game 2.
And getting the long pips in, changing the spin on the ball, not giving a consistent heavy chop that Alex can tee off on. Just mixing it up so well.
It's interesting to change his tactic there and to basically volunteer to play defense early in the point.
Well, that's the first time we've seen him return a chop off of one of these monster forehands. I thought there was a slim chance that Alex Chen might hit that ball in the net because there's so much underspin being created off the table by the long pimpled rubber.
Left. 9-9.
It's a huge point right here, obviously. 9 apiece. Tyrese Knight
10-9.
within 1 point of evening
That
up
was
this singles
a
match.
triple fist pump afterwards.
How many fist pumps we're gonna get from Tyrese if he can win this point right here?
11.
Several
9.
is the
Game 1,
answer.
Game 2 to Peddler.
Knight goes on an 8-1 run. And the fault call seemed to rattle Alexander Chen just enough to change the momentum significantly.
And just mixing it up, scoring a lot of these final points off the long pips on his racket, changing the spin, giving Alex Chen nothing to work with. And you can see the Portland Paddlers quite happy at the turn in events right now.
And now the question, was this Tyrese Knight comeback a blip on Alex Chen's 2-1 victory, or will the momentum continue in Tyrese's favor?
It's the challenge is what's between Alex Chen's ears. Is he feeling like, hey, I can still do this, or is he just frustrated? And it's going to be up to Coach Matthias and Jinxin Wang over there giving him advice right now of get back into that first game mindset. Do not think about the serve error, the calling of the fault, the number of missed shots, but again, just read the body language. Is he positive, or is he thinking that was my game that I just lost?
It's been said that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to all that stuff. Let's see how both these guys respond
Game
right
2,
here
Revolution Peddler.
after the emotions
Revolution
swirling
to serve.
up and down in game 2 for both players.
3. Oh, sorry. Peddlers to serve.
Tyrese trying to fire himself
0-0.
up. Self-proclaimed Barbados' table tennis king. Oh, he almost kept it alive with the backhand from his tummy. That would have been a surefire top 10 play. Sprawling across the landscape to stay in the point. 1-1 now.
And
Big fist pump again.
Yeah, excellent opportunity to step around. Ball popped up. Tyrese can play that ball down the line, or he can play it wide cross court. Oh, that's a solid chop on that one.
2.
You could really hear that ball dig into his long pips as he sent it deep. Tons of emotions right now going through. Oh, and again, Alex Chen brings the heat. So much power.
Next, 2-2. Let 2-2.
Good stuff from Chen.
3.
And Tyrese, if he's going to chop the ball, he has to keep it low. Anything that pops up is just going to be driven for a winner. And that's not the way you keep it low, by missing your own serve. It's a mental error right there. He's trying to keep it short. He knows that deep serves will also be driven.
Let
On table 2,
4-2.
the Bay Area Blasters have a 5-1 lead on the Florida Crocs. One of the better starts we've seen from a West Division team. As they have been playing role of the nail to the East Division's hammer for much of the first 2 days here in Rock Hill.
That's a very good choice for the serve return. Anytime Knight is using the long pips, he really slows down and takes spin off the ball, forcing Chen to build all the speed and spin on his own. Oh, that's a great inside-out forehand by Alex Chen.
5. Change sides.
Able to find that wide backhand.
Mixed doubles will be next.
Tyrese evens it up with a great third ball attack.
Who's your pick here to get to 11 first, Sean? This has been really tight. Tons of momentum swings back and forth, but I'm putting you on the spot.
I just feel like Tyrese has a little bit more positive energy and he's making better shot selections. But that time, wow, Alex Chen just exploded on the third ball. Oh, what a great combination down the line loop by Tyrese Knight. How did he get around that ball? A contortionist.
He sees the lane and he sends it through. Tyrese Knight trying to seize control here. He was down 8-3 in game 2. He turned it around.
It would not surprise me if he just dropped any more defensive play and just went pure offense moving forward. Alex just has so much topspin on his ball that it's tough with the long pips to keep it down. Just see it sailing long. And that's the challenge.
7.
Alex Chen is just looking for those defensive chops. And Tyrese taking pace off the ball. Soft, easy return. Chen unable to blast it. Now Tyrese Knight with the serve.
Oh, Chen not done yet.
9.
Trying to fire himself back up. 8 serving 9.
And
9-all.
Such a
9.
smart play by
9.
Tyrese. Instead of going to the forehand or the backhand, goes right for the elbow, finds the opening, just drives it home. Both players just firing on all cylinders right now.
One of those matches you really don't want to see it end.
And make it the best of 5. And Tyrese with the heavy chop. Not playing it as deep. Will Tyrese go for the big shot or stick to the defense?
And he just got the point
Let's
with the
play.
chop. I think he
9-10.
goes back to it, but we'll see. Ten all.
10.
Feels appropriate that this battle between Alexander Chen and Tyrese Knight will come down to 1 golden point.
Super sudden death.
Super sudden death. I like it. Knight serves. Chen takes it.
Game and match to
Knight
Revolution.
can't believe it, but
11-10.
Alexander Chen,
He wins the match
a bumpy
2-1.
whirlwind battle. And the two players with a spirited high five. Chen able to earn 2 points for the Revolution and keep Princeton in front overall in the team match.
And Tyrese went with a very aggressive side spin, top spin serve that was going off the end of the table. Alex Chen decided, I'll put this one away, and went for the winner, and it landed.
Wild stuff. Alexander Chen, born in Austria, now lives in Vienna. And man, what a battle. Alex Chen joins us now. Congrats on snagging that golden point and taking 2 out of 3. Well, can you describe kind of the emotional roller coaster that those 3 games against Tyrese just took you on?
Actually, I was leading 1-0, 8-3, and I had the control of the game, and then I think it was edge at the point from 8-3. Umpire said no, okay, and then after the umpire took my service, and actually I didn't change my service after, but yeah, this kind of destroyed my focus, and yeah, it was quite close at the end.
How did you regroup to ultimately take the 2 points for your team?
I'm happy that I won, and that's it.
So, Alex, on that last point, you showed a lot of experience when against a defensive player. He served long, and you immediately jumped on it. Were you expecting a deep serve on the golden point at the end?
Yes, because before he served actually, I think, quite often half long, and I just received very bad, and then, yes, I could win the last point, and yeah.
We'll let you catch your breath, Alex. Well done. We'll see you in the golden game. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
That's got to be a satisfying last point to win for Alexander Chen as we transition to doubles. This mixed doubles matchup featuring Prishepa and Guan for the Revolution against Xia and Joanna Sung for Portland. Rachel Sung has been the primarily female player for Portland this year, but she's unavailable this weekend, so her twin sister Joanna has joined the squad as a free agent. That's tough to do, to try and develop chemistry on the fly. We'll see how they fare against Prishepa and Guan. Prishepa, the attacking-minded player. Guan, the chopper.
Net 1-0. 2.
Well, that was a nice lunging shot from Jiwei Xia to get back the attack and ultimately win the point. Tough break.
Using the net to your advantage. One thing we saw, Evan, earlier when Angela, Guan, and Prishepa were playing is Prishepa likes to play a lot closer to the table, which neutralizes, and there's that reloop right there. Makes it much easier for them to sustain offense than some of Angela's other partners who tend to float back and almost take their offense off the table. So Jiwei, Xia, and Joanna Sung need to be aware that just a control opening is going to be met with Prishepa's very strong counterattacks. I do like that Joanna's giving Jiwei the signal of what type of spin she wants on the serve.
2,
Set up
5.
her first attack. And that's the challenge there.
6,
When Joanna
2.
opens up safe, that's exactly the type of ball that Yevhen Prishepa loves to counterattack.
Oh, well done by Joanna Sung.
3.
Super placement. Great teamwork. Found the open court.
Service error for Guan. Serve goes back to Portland and Sung.
Oh, Joanna Sung
7.
just going for it. Nice
5.
service there, short and low. Prishepa once again trying to get his first backhand topspin into play, using his backhand on the serve return.
Point of the match so far, won by Portland, with Jiwei Xia smacking the winner.
Just again, great teamwork. Attacks from both sides of Portland.
Ball Kid enjoyed that one. My goodness. Jiwei putting everything he had into that forehand.
Big smile afterwards as once again he's down on the ground. And Joanna with a loud statement afterwards on a great smash.
This was close to catching at the end, but not quite. Eight all.
Again, super teamwork by Portland. Just a beautiful 1-2 combination. How strong is that shot? I mean, everyone's smiling. Again, looping that ball on the table is not enough with Prishepa on the other side. Just took it right off the bounce.
My favorite shots, Sean, are the ones that just leave you giggling and speechless.
We have so many of them. Seems like every team match, there's at least one or two that just don't make any sense.
Remarkable recovery from Jiwei Xia.
That's got to be a top 10 from this weekend. Being on the opposing side of the table and then coming back and somehow getting that forehand into play to bring it to 10-9.
Looked like Princeton would have the good fortune of the net ball winner to take the game. Paddler's still alive, but Princeton with good placement. Xia couldn't get around it with the forehand, and Princeton takes game one of the doubles in an exhilarating 11-9 fashion.
Just great shot making by both teams. Jiwei Xia trying to get his forehand into play. A little bit of a fading misdirection as he turns the corner and just can't get the leverage to make contact.
So Princeton and Guan make the score 5-2 in Coach Habason's favor.
Of course, everything will change now with the order going in the opposite direction. So now Jiwei will be playing the ball to Princeton. Joanna playing into Angela, which if she can make a quality first attack, that should give Jiwei something to work with.
Both these teams arrived here in Rock Hill at third place in their respective divisions. Portland actually had more points overall coming into this weekend. They were at 94 points in third. Princeton was 84 points. But the Revolution with a strong start to the weekend, taking 27 of a possible 42 in their first two team matches. Portland with just 9 points in their two team matches. Jiwei Xia has had enough of this losing and wants to turn this around.
Look for Jiwei to try to tee off on any weak chops by Angela Guan.
Like that.
And he'll go inside out and he'll go into the body as often as possible.
How about what we're seeing from Jiwei Xia, completely taken over here in game two.
Joanna hasn't touched the ball yet.
She's okay with that if Jiwei keeps hitting winners. Conservation of greatness right there as Princeton gets its first point here in game two.
That's a ball that Joanna can just play on the table. She doesn't have to go for a big shot because Angela Guan's going to just chop it back. Goal is to get Jiwei a chance to play that ball. And Princeton with two very heavy backhand topspins that Joanna Sung just overplays.
3 straight for the Revolution after the Paddlers jumped in front 3-0 here in the middle game of this doubles match.
And that's what the Paddlers need. Let Jiwei get a chance to take a big swing, but Joanna has to deal with Princeton's heavy topspin. That time changed it up, gave a side spin chop serve. Big points right here for Portland. Oh, open table.
Yeah.
Joanna knew she had it on her paddle.
Midway point here in game two, 5-all. Revolution took game one, 11-9. Revolution have taken each of the first two singles matches 2 games to 1.
Jiwei decided instead of ripping that ball, he was just going to load up the topspin. Little misdirection. Paid big dividends there as Przeppa unable to cover the ball. And there is the all-out attack down the line. Guan needs to keep that serve lower and shorter. As a chopper in singles, she can get away with that because she's already back, but makes it very difficult on her partner to judge which direction Jiwei's going. And a big service by Jiwei Xia. Again, Przeppa's backhand has so much topspin. Joanna Sung knows it's coming at her, but still got to get on top of the ball. That was a quality return by Joanna.
Big roar from Xia as the paddlers inch closer to evening up this doubles match at a game apiece. Game points for the paddlers.
Oh.
10-7.
When Portland wins a point, there's like a roar that they've won a world championship. When Princeton wins a point,
silence.
Silence.
Again, what placement. Przeppa knows that he's got to cover the body, and Jiwei was able to get that ball between the elbow and the body, and just perfect position, perfect speed. Tied one apiece.
Well, Jiwei Xia did a great job of setting the tone in that second game. Big swings early, nothing Przeppa could really do. Now in game three, the game where the order flips in the middle of it.
So Portland's going to fight to try to get to 5 first so they have the better order, while at the same time the Revolution want to extend that lead at the beginning of the third so they have a little bit of a cushion once they change ends, and Jiwei taking the ball from Angela Guan.
Game 3, Revolution to serve.
Alrighty,
0-0.
rubber game here in doubles. Only meeting of the regular season between the Revolution and the Paddlers. Joanna Sung. What's the apology there for, Sean?
I don't know if they called a let serve, but on the scoreboard they're not showing it.
More apologies as the net ball winner makes it 2-0.
All I know is Joanna Sung is playing some big shots right now. Jiwei loves it when Joanna hits those winners, but at the same time, when she nets them, he wants her to take it a little easier. And that's what Angela Guan wants to do. Mix up the spin, change it, give some variation, make it appear like she's putting a lot of underspin on the ball and take some of it off. And that time Angela added a little bit more chop to the ball. It looks easy for Joanna, but you can just see every time Angela's playing the ball, she's constantly changing the amount of spin. And again, going dead, and then Joanna trying to fight for the first attack, but not getting a clean read on the ball. Joanna saying to herself, just stay calm. Don't need to go for any big shots that aren't there. Oh,
5.
Joanna's just
5.
had
Change side.
a dry spell. She's missed the last 4 points directly.
See if things can shift around with the order shifting around as they switch sides. Doesn't shift around soon. It's going to be over pretty quick.
Oh, and Prishepa continues. That backhand is so dependable. So much topspin. Just picks the ball up.
Timeout was taken by the Portland Paddlers. Trailing 6-2 here in game 3. Prishepa and Guan for the Revolution took the first game 11-9. Xia and Sung for the Paddlers responded in game 2 11-7. Obviously this is big. Either 6-3 or 5-4 in the team tally. With 2 more singles matches still to come. Up next, Labaka making his MLTT debut this weekend for the Revolution against Portland's Dominican import Isaac Villa Ortiz. Prishepa and Guan, neither has been that animated or that energized, but they've been very steady. They've had good body language. They've showed good team camaraderie and chemistry together.
Yeah, they've played really well so that both players are equally winning points. It's not been on one player's shoulders. And again, that chop by Angela, moving the ball around, not giving Jiwei a clean shot for a winner. Very smart drop shot by Angela Guan. Jiwei was able to get a full swing, but the angle just isn't there to get over the ball and drive it down.
8-4 as they go to the towels. Quick question for you, Sean, about the Florida Bay Area match, singles match coming up between Gorak and Tao Wen-jung. Who you like?
Tao Wen-jung played so big last night, winning 3 key games in order to help his team go into the golden game with some momentum. I'm going to say Gorak just because he's been playing so strong this week. Looks very fresh. So
Gorak has bounced back from a disappointing weekend by his standards in Chicago.
And playing much better here, so.
But you're right about Tao's performance last night. I mean, the Blasters were down 9-3 and came back to win the match because of Tao's finish, and then they took the golden game largely behind Tao's efforts.
You don't want to be down 5 points to start that golden game out, and any ability to tie that score up quickly in the golden game, a lot of momentum. And now Portland surging. One more serve by Jiwei Xia to try to bring it within 2. And he gets it.
Alrighty.
7.
Prishepa hangs his head a little bit, tries to regroup, walking around the table.
In this order right now, unless Prishepa is able to go for very spinny and aggressive serve, should favor Portland. And look at the heavy spin by Jiwei Xia. He knows if he can't drive it, he's just gonna load it up. Just put as much spin as he can and hope it falls.
Timeout, Princeton.
What a great comeback by the Paddlers. Momentum on their side.
We have seen fascinating twists and turns throughout this team match.
That was a huge opportunity there by Przeppa, having an open court, but then just hitting a dry spell.
So 9-4. That miss makes it 9-8. Feel the intensity from the paddlers.
It just looks like with the paddlers, they're having so much fun back in the game.
Time.
Not trailing 10-3 or 10-4, but
9-8.
winning 4 points in a row. And this is a good order for Portland. And again, Jiwei Xia delivering the heavy spin, not going for the drive, but just trying to get that ball to descend so that Przeppa can't go over the top of it.
5 straight points for the paddlers.
So the question, Evan, here is, does Joanna Sung serve deep and tee Jiwei up, or does she play control and risk Angela Guan moving the ball around?
There's your answer.
What a play. Jiwei Xia just in a shooting gallery, able to get it right into the body every single time. Very happy team owner Idan Levy.
6 straight points after trailing 9-4 here in game 3. Game point. That'll do it!
11-9.
What a comeback! Joanna Sung and Jiwei Xia rally from 5 down and close with 7 straight to take 2 out of 3 in doubles.
Showing that the order in the second half of the third was to Portland's advantage, but wow, combination by Jiwei Xia and Joanna Sung. What a comeback, 7 straight points.
And now the team total is 5-4 instead of 6-3. Big hug with Idan Levy and Joanna Sung. And we're gonna chat with Joanna's doubles partner, Jiwei Xia. Jiwei battled tough in the 3rd game in singles to earn a point. Then he gets 2 points for his team in doubles. Jiwei, that was intense. That was a roller coaster. What was it like to play, and how did you turn that thing around?
Well, I don't know. I'm seriously, I'm super excited now, and I'm super nervous. I just focus. I tell Joanna, you got to trust yourself. I think she do more than me. That's what I thought.
Well, during that match, you each had moments where you got hot, and then there were moments where you kind of lost your momentum. Were you talking to each other and picking each other up down there?
Yeah, I just tell her, you know, you good. It's my fault. Oh, it is, right? So we talked about this, and you push, and I'm gonna get it ready for block, and I missed it like ton of it. I mean the block, and that's why I want to feel I want her to feel comfortable.
Well, Jiwei, you did such an amazing job of playing it into the body of Przeppa. I couldn't imagine a better targeting system. That was just tremendous.
Yeah, the coach, our owner, and our teammate just say, just be safe, look at the placement. You know, I'm not a power player, so I just listen to them. Yeah.
Jiwei, I've really sensed a lot of positive energy from you and all of your teammates. Has that been an intentional thing for you guys to bring that energy after the first couple of matches here didn't go your way?
Yeah, I mean, start from the first match in the first week, and then we focus on that teamwork, you know, team spirit. So like we could just chole for each other, stand up, you know, eye contact. That's more important for us. That's what I thought, and that's why I just want Joanna to feel comfortable.
Exciting and engaging, fun to watch. Congrats. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
All right, thank you so much.
Jiwei Xia and Joanna Sung able to snag 2 points by the skin of their teeth.
And I'm sure Coach Christian Lillaroos back in Portland couldn't be more proud of that great comeback.
And we need a closed circuit camera on Christian's dancing in his living room right now. Hope he's feeling better after being under the weather a bit this past week. All right, these are 2 guys that we're seeing square off for the first time. First weekend in MLTT for the free agent signee Nishant Labaka. And the Dominican Isaac Vila representing the paddlers. Labaka was ready to serve, and the umpire said, no, no. Portland serves first.
Very contrasting styles here with Nishant Labaka. We've seen him earlier today. Plays with the pimpled out rubber on his forehand, so he likes a flat smash. Ball pops up, he'll kill it. Whereas Vila, full court, he's made the highlights. Loves to play big forehands, quick off the bounce on the backhand side. But I would anticipate some very long rallies just because of his great all-court presence. And there's that forehand smash. Body blow. Extremely well placed. And again, that 1-2 combination by Nishant. No hesitation. And that's the challenge, Evan, with the pips on your forehand. A lot of deep serves are tough to do anything with because you want to smash the ball. But on the deep serves, you feel like you might have to guide it or control it. And now Vila, very aggressive reverse pendulum serve deep into the body.
Do not drop your hand under the table, serve.
So warning the players not to let the ball in your hand drop below the table surface. And Vila with a quality backhand loop off of a serve that went long. Sometimes when the umpire gives you that warning, you forget the depth of your serve. But Nishant back with his own backhand over the table play.
We have seen different players get signed as free agents throughout the season. Of course, the Princeton Revolution set the tone by signing Sonora Silva when they needed a player back in September, and he performed so well that he's become one of the top players for the Bay Area Blasters. He went back in the free agent pool after that one weekend, and Bay Area locked him up for the rest of the season.
Kind of the proving ground is to go through the Revolution.
And he's, you know, from a ranking standpoint, one of the higher rated players in the league. Silva was number 6 in the power rankings entering this weekend.
Just making the most of the opportunity. Again, he's playing for Texas Wesleyan in the National Collegiate Table Tennis Association. This has really upped his game, played well so far this weekend. Oh, that's just tremendous play by Vila. Setting up the forehand with quality backhand attacks. Nice topspin until he could step around. Right decision to go out to the forehand side.
27-year-old Isaac Vila from Santiago in the Dominican. He's played pretty well. He went 3-3 in singles in Santa Cruz, and he went 4-2 in singles a couple weeks ago in Pleasanton.
And he's getting his forehand into play off of his serve. Remember, Labaka wants a ball that he can smash. The ball stays low. He's going to have to play much more control.
7-up.
7.
What a point.
8,
Labaka
7.
stayed in it and ultimately saw the opening and brought the power.
Just great patience by Labaka working the point. Vila covering so much territory.
It's fair to say these guys are pretty evenly matched.
7,
Smart opening by
9.
Labaka. If he pushes one more ball, Vila's going to jump on that with his forehand.
Three in a row.
How Labaka was able to make that last forehand smash. He just swatted at it, sent him low on the follow through, but got him to 10-7 now with game point.
11-7. Game 1 to Revolution.
11-7 for Labaka here in game 1 over Isak Vila. Did you see the spice on table 2 over there? Alexi Dewan just took game 3 from Ojo Onaolapo to take the third singles match over there, 2-1.
And followed up
celebrated with the Florida Croc Chomp. That
I don't think you're allowed to steal.
In a different sport, that might have led to a scuffle.
He just chomped down on him on the last point afterwards. And Ojo took it in stride. And there's Ojo still having a tough weekend so far, and then to get chomped on.
What'd you like from Labaka here on table 1?
I think the patience of staying true to his game while still being out of position, still getting the smashes to go.
Time.
His final smash right there, just fully committing to it. Vila playing very solid, very well, getting
Game
his
2,
attacks
Revolution to serve. 0-0.
covering a lot of distance in the court.
Game 2.
1,
Good first serve there
0.
from Nishant Labaka. It's got to be a great feeling anytime, you know, as an undrafted free agent to show up, you get signed, and you take down a player who was drafted.
When I know that all the coaches are watching any of the unsigned players that are coming out of the pool, in case there are any injuries or conflicts, now is the chance to see them under the pressure lights.
1-2.
Sonora Silva, the first player in MLTT history to suit up for 2 different teams, but he probably won't be the last.
Two.
Vila back in front here in game 2.
And against a pips out hitter, it's so streaky. Once you get a lead, it's easier to put pressure on them. When you're trailing, it just feels like every shot you send over the net gets magnified because they can just smack it right into you.
3-3.
Really no place to hide when you're playing a smasher like this. Got to keep the ball low, keep it deep, and make sure you put some topspin on the ball.
Three, 4.
Nishant had the ball that he wanted. He set it up nicely. Played that deep cross-court ball, then stepped around.
Wow. 5.
Just a nice third ball attack. Vila did a really nice job of making that backhand opening go much deeper on the table. Don't want to hit anything shallow against a pips out smasher.
Five, 6.
These are critical points that are up for grabs here. These last few singles matches and the Golden Game, obviously, for these two teams that really are trying to make a move in their respective division.
7,
Apology from Labaka
5.
for catching the net, but he's got a 7-5 lead.
And that was a good forehand smash, even though it caught the net. He was in the driver's seat right there.
Princeton came into this weekend in 3rd place, but they haven't made up a ton of ground because, for the most part, every team in the East has been playing great.
Oh, a super
8, 5.
combination there again by Nishant, just waiting for the ball to come, smacking it away.
6, 8.
It's a really big point right here.
That's
for
like
Isak
6,
Vila
8.
Ortiz. It's 8-7 or 9-6. Lead
6,
widens to
9.
3 for Labaka.
And Labaka doesn't mind getting into a backhand-to-backhand exchange. Although he wants to set up the forehand smash, he's very comfortable changing the spin, adding a little bit of top spin, keeping it deep. What a combination by Labaka. Just off the table, keeping it in play, and then here comes the power of the forehand. Just swats it away for a winner.
Oh, too good. Nishant Labaka, welcome to Major League Table Tennis.
What a finish to game 2. Again, Vila playing some quality forehand topspins, and Labaka just sending it right back over flat, right back at him. Great positioning.
Nothing Isak Vila could do except go back to the drawing board and try to get ready to salvage a point for his team. Princeton, with a sweep here, would make it 8-4. That would clinch the lead going into the Golden Game. Still to come, Yevgen Prishepa and Jonathan McDonald, two players that I really enjoy watching, but Prishepa, feel like he's the favorite going in?
I do, but we're going to see a battle of the backhands. We've seen Jonathan McDonald. His forehand tends to be a little bit late, but when he sets up his backhand, we saw him when he took out Tao Wen-jong 3 straight in our first West Coast match. Anything can happen when you have those two strong backhand-to-backhand players, but right now, Prishepa's watching, very pleased with how Nishant Labaka has been smashing the ball.
1-0.
Oh, great shot again. Just a rapid fire cannon by Nishant.
2-1.
Over on table 2, Daniel Gorak just took game 1 in a very tight, nail-biting fashion against Talon Zhang, 11-9.
2.
You can watch that entire match live on the Adamcast on Adam Bobro's YouTube page. Adamcast, of course, short for Adam Bobro Broadcast, but we thought it'd be too big of a mouthful.
2-3.
Branded as such.
And Nishant just continuing with his pinpoint accuracy on the forehand.
Three.
3-3 here in game 3. The action on Sunday starts at 11 a.m. Eastern. 2 more team matches at 11 a.m. and 2 more at 2:30. Unlike the first 2 days where half the teams played twice each day, tomorrow only 1 team match per side to try to finish the weekend the right way.
You know, Evan, I'm wondering here in this stage of this game, Vila has so much more experience treating these as individual games. Whereas I'm wondering if Nishant might be thinking, I got my 2 points and I got the job done. But as we say, going into the golden game, you want to have as many points possible.
I mean, it's hard to think of it this way, but
4.
the golden game could be decided right here
Exactly.
as to whether it's a 3-point lead or a 5-point lead, for instance, heading into it.
I think
Or a
players
1-point
and
lead.
players and teams are realizing clearly that was a great hustle. But
5,
Nishant staying
5.
with it. I mean, we've seen it with the wind in their last match. Provost keeping the score tight, and then again last night with Hao Wen-jung taking 3 points just to keep the team's momentum in full force going into the first few points.
5.
But you can
6.
see Vila, he is fighting each and every point, knowing that that doubles match that Jiwei Xia and Joanna Sung just pulled out should count for something.
And through the first 2 days
6.
here in Rock Hill, the team that's had the lead going into the golden game has won 8 of the 10 golden games.
We've seen a lot more just explosions once a team gets a few point lead or to hold the lead going in.
The 2 coming from behind efforts. One was Princeton against Texas. The other was Bay Area against Chicago. Chicago's just been snaked in the golden games all season long. And they've got 2 golden game wins already this weekend. They beat Texas and they beat Portland. They really could be 3-0. Great point.
It's so difficult to keep looping when a person is smashing with those pips out rubber. Ball has a lot of pace, but almost no spin. Vila needs to mix up the spin, or at least to get the ball out wide to the forehand and then to the backhand side.
8-7.
Ridiculous.
9.
Thank you very much. What a missile.
One of those shots that just leaves Sean O'Neill giggling in delight.
Just thank God we're up here in the booth and not down on the table, 'cause that's just a
8,
rifle.
9.
But Vila fighting back, and his teammates in the background saying 1 more point, keeping the focus.
beat before this big point at 9-8. 10-8.
10.
And Labaka really likes the backhand-to-backhand exchange. He can change the pace, he can change the spin. You see the backhand tip go down, just lifts it up.
And Vila has not been blown out in any of his games. It's felt like a pretty competitive match, but he's 1 point away from getting swept.
Oh, that was one heck of a forehand cross-court recovery by Vila. Thought Labaka had the final blow, but Vila kept it in play, just fighting to get into a golden point.
That'll do it.
11-9. Game and
Nishant
match
Labaka
Revolution. 3 games
has
to
the
0.
3-0 sweep for the Princeton Revolution.
What a great performance by Labaka, mixing it up, using his forehand so effectively, but then in the end, getting that backhand opening just to put the extra pressure on Vila.
Well, an impressive performance that will certainly raise some eyebrows, I think, around the rest of the league.
They're gonna have to explain to him he needs to come over and get some airtime. I see a big smile there as he's getting high fives by the owners.
So Labaka with his first 3-0 sweep in Major League Table Tennis. Nishant, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
What was this experience like for you competing against Isak on this stage? And it was a pretty close competitive match, but you're able to win all 3 games.
Yeah, I checked some videos before the match, and yeah, he's playing very good in the league right now. So I just try to prepare with my team, and Coach Matthias gave me some ideas before the match, and I just try to give my best and yeah, just see what happens.
Can you share with us what some of the main keys to winning? What were some of the big strategic points coming in?
Yeah, I think my forehand was very good. I just try to keep short backswing, and I just try to look for the first attack. Yeah.
It also seemed, Nishant, that you were very comfortable when you got into backhand-to-backhand rallies. It seemed like that allowed you to set up the forehand. Is that one of the tips that they gave you going into the match?
Yeah, I just try to be steady on the backhand and not make any mistakes. And yeah, that was some of the ideas that me and Coach Matthias discussed before the match.
Nishant, what has this weekend experience meant to you to be a part of Major League Table Tennis for the first time?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Like as soon as the league was first announced, I was really keen on playing, but unfortunately I didn't get drafted, so I was a little bit sad. But I would like to thank Roger, the owners, Roger and Andre, for this opportunity, Coach Matthias, and yeah, just the Princeton Revolution organization. I think this is really the best team to play for. Everyone is awesome, and yeah, I'm just so happy to be here.
Well said. Well done. Congrats. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Okay, thank you so much.
Nishant Labaka for the Princeton Revolution. Man, they have a knack for free agent signings, don't they?
Well, they have a great culture on the team. Starts with the coaches and the owners, and it works its way down.
All right, Prishepa and McDonald.
1-0.
Break this one down for me, Sean. I mean,
Well, this will be a battle of the backhands. Both players have outstanding backhand play, and I think if either one of them can get their backhand into the opposing player's forehand, they'll see some success. Prishepa a little bit more balanced on his attacks. McDonald tends to take bigger shots, bigger swings.
0-3.
Prishepa's heavy topspin when he's rallying is going to give him a slight edge.
First 3 points to the Ukrainian.
And McDonald
he had
starting
had
with
enough.
a lot of deep serves.
McDonald, 22 years old, from
3-2.
Stockholm, Sweden.
2-4.
Both these players were drafted in the 4th round of the inaugural MLTT draft, so they were both among the top 24 players selected.
Gosh, McDonald staying with the deep serve.
Sorry. They were both among the top 32 players selected in the draft as 4th-round picks.
And there's the backhand play of McDonald.
3-0 down. Back even at 4s.
And you can just see both players backhand to backhand, so consistent. But then when it comes to the forehand, Prishepa's a little stronger, stands up a little taller.
5-5. 6.
McDonald takes the lead at 6-5.
I just love McDonald's backhand down the line. Pinpoints it, really gets on the inside of the ball. Prishepa with a very nice topspin off the bounce.
Princeton's going to have a lead going into the Golden game. The question is, what will that lead be? What a quirky point that was.
Just threw in a chop block right in the middle of it. And then another one to follow, and McDonald obviously has done that tactic before. Taking the pace off the ball, adding a lot of side spin and underspin. And there again, the deep serve. New way to neutralize a very strong backhand. Tough to get on top of a ball when it's on top of you. And that's the easiest way. Step around, let it come back. Get your forehand into play. McDonald had the ball he wanted after Prishepa decided to serve deep himself.
Great stuff from Jonathan McDonald. 9-all. And these two guys have been waiting hours to play this match.
Just no hesitation on this final forehand. McDonald driving it home for the winner.
It's interesting, Sean, because you know the A-B players, the top two players from a ranking standpoint, you know, are slotted into either the first singles match or the fourth singles match. A different mentality. You know, one trying to set the tone, the other trying to stay mentally sharp. What a rally, and McDonald, unbelievable.
At 9-all, just pulling out all the stops and getting the forehand to get the job done.
Jonathan takes an extra breath or two, trying to regather his calm.
And once again, going for the deep serve and follow, this time for Prishepa, able to add extra spin to make it much more difficult to hit a winner.
This will be just the second golden point of this team match, 10-all. And the net ball flummoxes McDonald, and Prishepa takes game one.
And you could see the entire Revolution bench up on their feet, sensing that separation going into the golden game.
Princeton Revolution have won game one in all 5 matches so far in this team match. Wang over Xia, Chen over Knight. Prishepa and Guan took game one of the doubles. That was the only game they won in the doubles. And Levak obviously with a 3-0 sweep took game 1, and others. Aspiring owner Matt Hetherington.
Mascot.
Learning what it takes.
Team mascot. Trying to figure out who his fantasy picks should be next week or in the next installment. Had a little bit of a break over the Christmas.
Przeszepa coming from 10-9 down to take game 1. MLTT Fantasy, Fantasizer.com. How do you feel about how your squad is doing so far this weekend, Sean?
There's been some real great play, and then one of my players is not going to be here for any of tomorrow's matches, so I wish I could have had some intel from the coach about Koyo, but he played well throughout the matches he was here.
I am experiencing those same feelings.
Except all your players are here.
No, I have Koyo on my team too.
So who led you to get him?
My table tennis intellect. Mostly that I've learned from you.
I remember after that first match with Pinto, when I was explaining he was the guy that was supposed to win that match, you're like, really? But now Pinto has completely changed my mind as he's just been such a stalwart for the Chicago win. Oh, there's some forehand play by Przeszepa. Definitely feels better to have one game in the books on your side. Look at this forehand, great hooking ball down the line.
Wow. McDonald catches the edge. Back within 1.
McDonald's forehand has just been absolutely great in this evening's match. Oh, great placement right down the tee.
You surprised by Jonathan's forehand here?
It's a tough setup because both players have such good backhands that their balls tend to go much deeper. And that's the type of shot playing against Przeszepa's heavy topspin that I thought would give Jonathan a little bit more difficulty because of the amount of spin Jonathan has. And there's the backhand. Oh, he stepped over to the forehand to put it into play. Jonathan's forehand is very timing oriented. The ball comes back into the hitting zone. Has a lot more power than if it's short or excessively deep. Look at that combination.
10-9 Gorak on the other table as he's 1 point away from a sweep.
What a point, and both players throwing in some backhand side spin. Przeszepa's smiling, but again, heavy side spin from the backcourt. Tons of strong backhand play, coupled by some forehand attacks. And McDonald rising to the challenge, and he now has a lead. I definitely like the energy of Jonathan McDonald.
Deep serve from Przeszepa. McDonald was ready for it.
And McDonald just kind of the silent assassin with small fist pump right afterwards.
Okay, we've got Bay Area Blasters are leading 8-7.
They're ahead of the Golden Game over on table 2, the Adam cast. Still have a lot to settle before the Golden Game here on table 1.
Your number 1. Coach. Jinbao Ma is your number 1 and your number 2.
Look at that beautiful deep serve that McDonald has been delivering throughout this match, but then the backhand off the bounce down the line. Very strong angle.
Ojo Onalapo is your number 2 and your 3. Mark Duran, your number 3.
That time Prushepa really dug the serve back.
Andy Tan is your number 3. And your 4? Wenjun Tao is your 4, coach. Benjamin Brothier, making your 5th, Matilda.
7, 8.
Good luck, coach.
Prushepa getting into a little bit of a showing match with the paddlers.
Yeah, Prushepa just looked directly at the Portland bench after winning that point. Eight all now, and another glare toward the paddlers bench. Don't think the Portland paddlers teammates like that very much. McDonald wins this point. You know that bench is going to go nuts. All of them on their feet as Prushepa sails the return long.
McDonald letting his teammates and his paddle do the talking.
Oh, Jonathan McDonald has all the answers right now.
What a combo platter. McDonald supersizing it.
I like it.
It'll
I'll
go.
accept it.
Was going to go with the Happy Meal, but
Well, he's got to finish the job.
9,
Prushepa. I mean, is this over the top? I mean, we have seen cards for what I think is less big stuff that doesn't matter as much as what Prushepa's doing. And I'm not sure if it's Prushepa or the bench or a little bit of both. I mean, this is bordering on a little uncomfortable right now. Prushepa doesn't have anything else to say after McDonald smacks the winner. And we are even game apiece here in this riveting singles matchup.
what a series of big shots by Jonathan McDonald, taking pace off the serve, but setting up his trademark backhand attack inside out. The entire Portland team up on their feet as Prushepa is sent back to the Revolution side with no more comment.
I mean, what did you think about what we were just seeing down there?
It's not as uncommon as you think, especially in a team match, for the team sitting down to try to get into the head, and while the player also wanting to show that he's got some talking to do. But Jonathan McDonald, just great action, deep serves, setting up his forehand. And then finally, that backhand inside out for the fist pump.
Time. Game 3, Revolution to serve. 0-0.
All righty, game 3, Prushepa, McDonald, enjoy.
0-1.
And McDonald's serve combo has been so strong. If he can break Prushepa on the first two, he split that first two set, 2 points.
Interesting to see the paddlers benched on their feet now, trying to get loosened back up for the Golden game.
And that's a quality backhand opening by Jonathan McDonald. Just heavy spin out of the backhand side to keep the lead. Oh, McDonald delivered a great serve short to the forehand. Had the open court on the backhand side, just unable to convert. McDonald's lining up the forehand timing. Looking for the forehand now to finish the points. Net and out.
What do you think is going to be the difference here in game 3 between these two?
I think if Przeppa is able to start landing that first heavy topspin, that could neutralize McDonald's attacks. But McDonald has just been on fire. Look at that ball down the line. Just great timing by McDonald. Just see hitting every ball moving forward. Never just hitting at the ball, but driving through the ball. Look at that. That is just amazing.
5, change sides.
McDonald has the mini break right now. And twice now, McDonald has gone for that forehand flip off the short serve to the forehand and just caught the top of the net. And there's the heavy, heavy topspin of Przeppa.
5.
Tough to handle.
The ball's so deep and it's loaded, so you can't put pressure on it. You can only block it. The moment you try to hit the back of the ball, it flies upward.
Przeppa not turning around after winning that point. Just going,
keeping the focus
to his own bench.
Yeah, looking forward, much smarter. 1 against 4 or 5 is not a good ratio.
6, 6.
Well, they continue to trade Cholets back and forth. 11-10 for Przeppa in game 1, 11-9 for McDonald in game 2. 6-all, as close as it gets here in game 3.
Oh,
7,
great
6.
serve right through the middle of the table. McDonald tried to step around his backhand. And this time Przeppa, again, heavy, heavy topspin. McDonald needs to make that first attack to force Przeppa to become a blocker. To not allow Przeppa to get his first topspin in. You could hear the frustration from McDonald. Overplayed the backhand.
This feels like a must-have point right here if McDonald's going to have any chance to get back in this game. Gotta have it. He's got it.
Excellent
9,
play, a lot
7.
of patience, worked for the point. Now he's going to have to do something. He's had some issues with these serves short to the forehand.
10, 7. Paddlers, yellow card.
Yellow card was just issued to, I believe, McDonald.
Yeah,
10-7.
for frustration with the ball. Oh, what a forehand down the line.
Taking out his frustration on that ball.
And he will be rewarded with the ability to serve down 10-8. We've seen how effective the deep serves have been. Will he mix it up or try to get that forehand that's been landing into play? One of them.
9-10.
That is one aggressive serve. Not easy to make when the score is 0-0, but down 2 match points at 10-8.
Got to imagine he's going to be aggressive here too. What a sequence. McDonald has fought his way back to create another golden point. And this match has delivered in so many ways.
Will Princeton serve the ball short to his forehand or mix it up as well?
All comes down to this. Princeton prevails. And a big fist pump right to the heart of the Portland Paddlers bench.
And
as Yevgen Princeton gives his team the maximum 5-point lead heading into the Golden Game.
Just really tremendous and great play by both players. It couldn't have been closer. And then Princeton turning around to send the final message to Portland with the fist pump.
That match was, I mean, a mini-series. I mean, that was a network drama with cliffhangers and suspense and a little bit of spice and comedy. This whole match has been entertaining. Let's recap everything we've seen so far leading into the Golden Game. Princeton has a 10-5 lead, and it started with Jinxin Wang first against Jiwei Xia.
Yeah, and Jinxin Wang just a little bit more power. Jiwei fought hard, but Jinxin got the W.
Second singles, Alex Chen taking 2 out of 3 over Tyrese Knight. It all came down to a golden point in game 3. Big fist pump from Alex Chen. Doubles, Princeton and Guan won the first game, but then Xia and Sung responded, taking games 2 and 3. Nishant Lamaka put on a beautiful display,
just
didn't he?
Great forehand smashes for the rookie, getting the job done coming off of the pool.
That was the only sweep of the 5 matches. This was the spiciest, though. McDonald and Princeton. Trash talk, some jeering.
Okay, Princeton Revolution
went
is up 10-5.
way. Foot Lane
starting with a 5-point
set up the order
lead.
for the Golden Game.
Coach, your first pick.
My first pick is going to be Jiwei.
Jiwei Xia is your first pick. Coach?
Jinxin Wang.
Jinxin Wang, your number 2? Yevgen. Your number 2?
Jonathan.
Jonathan McDonald, your number 2, and your 3?
Therese.
Tyrese Knight is your 3. Coach, yours? Alex Chen? Alex Chen, who's your 4? Nishan is your 4, making Angela your 5th. Who's your 4th?
Isaac.
Isaac, making Joanna your 5th. Good luck, coaches.
Nothing too surprising there. I mean, the surprise might be these are mostly rematches, all singles rematches, and then Guan and Sung, who went head-to-head in mixed doubles, will face each other in singles. But what do you make of the decisions there from the 2 coaches, Sean?
Yeah, I think that from New Jersey, from Princeton's standpoint, you don't fix what's not broken. From Paddlers, I thought they might try to mix it up a little bit, but these matches have been so close that maybe they feel with a little luck and momentum on their side that Portland can get the upper hand.
a 5-0 lead for Wang and Princeton as the Golden Game begins with a Jiwei Xia roar.
That's easy for you to say.
It's been a long day.
Six, one.
Two out of three for Jiwei Xia.
And there's the backhand. What a great winning shot down the line. And that time, the celebration went backwards right to the teammates.
Bay Area Blasters showing off the chomp as they just took down the Crocs. 21-17, the Golden Game. Bay Area is enjoying this interdivisional experience. They have won 2 out of their 3 matches, Sean.
And we
Portland, Seattle, and Texas all are winless right now. Jonathan McDonald, though, trying to change that with more exciting points against Yevgen Przhepa. These two meeting again. Awkward point there. McDonald tried to chop it back. No dice.
Oh, a nice 1-2 combination there.
Blasters' good day is going to put them in first place in the West.
And you can see and hear Tyrese Knight.
Really, this is an opportunity for Princeton to creep closer to the Crocs. Crocs just were beat 14-7. 16-5 win would be a nice shift in the division for Princeton, closer to the playoff position. But work to do to get there. Portland has other ideas. Portland has been a team that has come back from a 5-0 deficit in the Golden Game before. What a point! As good as it gets. Alexander Chen delivers.
Tyrese Knight had 2 great forehand loops, only to see them both returned with heat and pace by Alex Chen.
Nothing Tyrese could do about that. Chen's had himself a nice day.
Chance for Vila for some redemption after losing 3-0 in the singles. And he gets the first point.
And those 3 singles losses, they were relatively close games, 7, 6, and 9.
Anything can happen in the Golden Game.
We've seen that.
And now, the first 2 points.
7.
Within 4. Wow.
12-7.
Important response there from Nishant Labaka to create a little bit more separation and comfort. Oh, tough deep serve, but Vila able to handle it and turn the tide.
How he scrambled to get his paddle on the ball and then to hit it back for winner on the white line. Very big set of 4 points right now for the ladies.
Point 1 goes to Joanna Sung in Portland.
Joanna had a clear idea what she wanted to do. Get the spinny serve in and smash it away.
Revolution.
Timeout, Princeton. A 5-0 lead at the start, but Portland has narrowed the gap down to 3. And Joanna Sung has certainly not been intimidated by the moment here in her first MLTT experience.
And think about the feeling. She just came off the doubles where she was down 9-4 and with Jiwei Xia ran the table.
Right.
So
Time.
you see her jumping up and down right now, keeping that positive energy.
Oh, goodness.
What patience, what poise. Joanna Sung delivering with a great forehand smash to bring it within 2 points.
Chop, chop, chop. Domination. Smash. Guan
13.
gets the benefit of the net, helps her out a little bit there, apologizing, puts her in position to put it away.
But the presence of mind to get into the table so quickly to be able to smash that ball away.
Some of the longer rallies
11,
of the
13.
entire weekend, entertaining to watch.
And I just love the excitement from Joanna Sung, much more vocal than her sister in that same situation.
Joanna takes 3 out of 4, back to the leadoff hitters. Jinxin Wang.
And the 2 top dogs right now.
Jiwei Xia. These will be the last 4
11,
points that these 2
14.
play.
And what a backhand re-loop off the bounce by Jinxin. Just
15, 11.
That's the dynamic of the Golden game. I mean, Portland feels like they have momentum. With
Timeout.
Sung taking 3 out of 4, they're within 2, but then Jinxin Wang comes back to the table and does his thing and makes it a 4-point game again. Timeout taken by Levy, and Portland 15-11.
And Jinxin just, what an attack on the backhand side off of this spinny opening. Just turned it over and then dropping the serve, giving Jiwei a taste of what he's done so successfully against all the other teams.
Time. 15, 11.
Oh, a net
16,
edge
11.
combination.
Oh, Jiwei
12,
Xia
16.
sees the open table and salvages a point in that sequence, and it's a big one. Keeps Portland within striking distance as the 2 big backhands return to the table for Shepa and McDonald.
And they have delivered a show.
All eyes in Rock Hill
13,
on these 2 right
16.
now. The table 2 finishing up just a few minutes ago. Chance to bring
17,
Portland back within 2, but a
13.
miss hit on the backhand, and Przhepa gets the serve back in position to really make life tough for the paddlers.
Oh, what a
18,
aggressive
13.
deep serve. McDonald stepping around and then Przhepa delivering it deep to the backhand, completely caught McDonald off guard.
That's a
13,
great set
19.
stretch for Przhepa.
Tyrese Knight is going to have his work cut out for him. He cannot afford to let Alex Chen take some big shots.
I mean, Knight needs a sweep here.
Got the first
14,
one.
19.
Alex Chen takes Princeton to the
14.
precipice.
Very risky play there to serve and to step around.
Match point. Revolution. That'll do it.
Golden game.
A surprising
The
serve to finish the day, and the
21-14.
Revolution take it 16-5 with a 21-14 win in the Golden Game.
Just great play by Alex Chen, delivering some of the biggest forehands we've seen in a while. But again, total team effort with Prishepa, Angela Guan, Jinxin Wang, and one of the newcomers, Nishant Labaka, getting the job done for the Revolution. Team owners, Roger and Andre, getting congratulations from Jiwei Xia.
That was exciting. I mean, the final score is 16-5, but that felt way closer than that. There were 3 golden points in that match, and all 3 were won by Princeton. 2 by Prishepa against McDonald, another by Chen against Knight. I mean, just
And then add to that the doubles, where Portland came back
right
to win 11-9 in the final game.
Plenty of excitement. We're joined by Matthias Habasson. What a match, Matthias. Your team seems to enjoy winning.
Please wait a moment. I cannot hear anything because they are cheering. I don't know why, but
what stood out most to you about that battle? As we were just saying, much closer than the final score indicated. Lots of really tight games. What was the key for your team to pull that one out?
yeah, I think the key was that my team managed to keep calm and stable in the critical moments at the end. I mean, everybody saw this was an intense match, not just on the table itself, also outside. Yeah. And yeah, I was just focusing on telling them, okay, keep focused, play your game, don't let you distract from anything else, stuff like this. Yeah, I mean, this is part of the game, you know. If you are recognizing that you cannot win on the table or on the specific game, then you try it in another way, and it's totally normal. I mean, this is just what's the job of the players and the coach from outside when they realize, okay, it's tough now. Then they need to find another way to yeah, turn it around, and that's what they tried. And it's yeah, it could work out also sometimes. So yeah, I'm proud for my team that they handle it like that.
You know, Matthias, I always look for the one player who I might want to give that MVP. I want your thoughts on Nishant Labaka's play.
Yes, definitely. Last time you didn't get a definite answer of mine, but today he was the MVP, I think, to the team. Yeah, he did a very good job. He managed his opponent very well today. Yeah, I'm just proud. I don't want to say I'm satisfied, because satisfaction is always a little bit dangerous in sports. But okay, today we did a good job, I think, and Nishant was a big part of it for sure.
Matthias, what's been Princeton's secret with free agent signings? First Sonora Silva, and now Nishant Labaka. It seems like you keep pulling players into your mix, and they perform well.
Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit what I'm doing, and I hope that I find the right decisions when it's coming to these things. Yeah, we were 2 times a little bit lucky, I guess, with our free agents, but I also had some thoughts in advance. It's not that I take them by chance or something. Yeah, I mean, Senora Silva, I saw in a few matches already in the combines, and I saw that he could be a very good player. Honestly, Nishant didn't make such a good impression to me at the combine, but I thought in such a format like this, if we need to take a free agent, it's maybe an advantage to have a player with a different style than the others, who could also catch points from the better players. Yeah, I think it was a reasonable choice and choosing, and yeah, he just proved that it was right.
We appreciate the perspective. Interesting to hear your mindset and thought behind it, and You got one more team match to play to finish up the weekend. We'll let you go, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank
bye
you.
bye.
Matthias
Ciao.
Habasson certainly puts a lot of thought into all the decisions that he makes. And yeah, let's chat with Yevgen Pryshepa to finish off this long day 2 of this interdivisional weekend here in Rock Hill. Yevgen, what an exciting match. You and Jonathan McDonald going back and forth. The stares at the Portland bench certainly caught our eye. What can you say about the intensity of this entire battle against the paddlers?
What can I say? I am happy to win. It was very close match, hard match for me. And that's it. I am very happy.
Did you feel like Portland was trying to intimidate you from their bench? And what was sort of the purpose of the stare downs toward them?
Actually, it was all the match, like applying to my teammates' serve and after some lucky shots and so on. It was all match. I cannot say that it was only with me. So it was nervous match.
And going into the singles match, of course, after that doubles where you guys had the opportunity, how were you able to change your focus and just get back into kind of ground zero and not let that doubles match apply to the last match that you played in singles?
I always think that doubles is other sports, so it's like 2 parts of my life. So it doesn't depends each one from other.
Well, so far this weekend, the East Division has been dominant, Yevgen. The only exception has been the Bay Area Blasters.
Mm-hmm.
They have won 2 of their first 3 matches. Mm-hmm. You've got the Blasters tomorrow. What are your thoughts on facing them to finish off this interdivisional weekend?
I hope we win.
Have you studied them at all? Have you watched them play at all?
Yeah, we try to watch them, and we are ready for the battle.
All right, looking forward to it. Have a good night, Yevgen.
Thanks.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Pryshepa and Princeton prevails 21-14 in the Golden Game, 16-5 overall. And look, we knew that there was going to be a big gap between the playoff teams in the East and the non-playoff teams as they sat coming into this weekend, but there's been some significant ground made up. Princeton was 16 points down at the start of the weekend. They're now just 11 points down after Florida stumbled against the Blasters. And there's still a lot up for grabs tomorrow. Obviously, Bay Area's had a good couple days, and the Carolina Gold Rush continue to dominate. But everything else is very interesting.
And we know with the match that Portland played yesterday that there can be extreme blowouts. So even if you are 16 points down, anything can happen going into that Golden Game, which again, a bonus 6 points for the win. So a lot of action ready to be in front of us tomorrow.
Final day of competition here in Rock Hill begins at 11 a.m. local time on Sunday morning and then continues at 2:30 in the afternoon. Sean, you have watched a lot of table tennis over the past 32 hours or so. What are your biggest takeaways from your first couple of days of this interdivisional drama?
Well, normally I would say I'm a little tired or worn out, but it's been so exciting. I just can't wait for the matches tomorrow. This Portland Revolution matchup just had everything from both the doubles, the singles, and the big shots. Just tremendous action from Rock Hill.
Well, we thank you for spending some of your Saturday with us. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you'll join us tomorrow starting at 11 a.m. local time. 2 tables of coverage. Table 1 with Sean and myself. Table 2, the Adam Cast, with perhaps Matt Hetherington making an appearance as well. For our entire crew, we thank you and we say good night from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Final score of this match, Princeton wins it 16-5 over Portland. Good night, everybody.